Tonight we are back to football. It's the Thursday opener for 2024, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And they're on the 17-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Timberland.
Throwing, Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. Rodgers to return it. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. So nothing doing there, and it will bring up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And Hurts going to move him around. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Play action. Here's Hurts. Staying on his feet. Airing it out deep for Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That is caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Back to the running game with Swift. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he returns this to the 22.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Now Hurts going to get this to his running back, Swift.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards that time.
Fly shift to cruise.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Jones on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go to Barkley again. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
31 yards on the punt there, and the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, go, Rico.
Off the play fake. Jones sliding out of the pocket. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Jones going to change it up here. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Next to score, Giants 21, Eagles 0.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Adriana Lima.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice session.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Jones, 41 yards. And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll... Football 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Half 88. Triple right, Pacino.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Able to avoid him. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Well, security eluded him. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. This 2nd and 4.
Gold Cyclone! Gold Cyclone! Gold Cyclone! Up, up.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Jones looking to change the play.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a...
don't see your response. Focus on the commas, not the car. I deposit, I do not withdraw.
All these heads are gonna roll.
Yeah. Back on my ways. Missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the bay, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing as Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in the minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a rip. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a dip. But it ain't for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try to read when I drop with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, go timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Trying to hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we are back to football. It's the Thursday opener for 2024, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7.
South salad, south salad, south salads.
Looking to throw. Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now an option play on 2nd down. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Here we go, here we go.
Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for the Giants. And even 40 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that off.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And nothing there after the catch, but he does get this down to the 43-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle with Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing Jones. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
A 51-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores, but he doesn't hit that one quite right. and it winds up an empty possession.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Now Jones. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. Jones. That's caught by Waller out left side. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Cadence, lock in the cadence. Other side, other side. Ladybug, 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 ladybug.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Flush to his right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. Dancing to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Once again, it's Swift.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
Like my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. Barkley, inside handoff. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. Hurts. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to trot out there and try and slow them down.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this down to the 36. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On third down, here comes Swift. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That ball caught by Campbell. Touchdown, Giants! Paris Campbell as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Tiger swamp.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. Sheds off the tackle. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
But first down, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That third down conversion good for 23. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeaux now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Escaping the pressure right.
Complete right side to Hyatt.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Why shift to Cruz?
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the third quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And this will be taken at the 13. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
The pitch goes to Barkley. Gets around him. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Jones going to get this one complete to Saquon.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
39-yard. Just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
60 Bison.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Returnable here from the 38. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Timberland.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
To the sideline and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Detroit Johnson.
Jones now on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. Gano's kick is good, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And they're going to drop him behind the line again. My goodness, how stout is this front seven? He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw now on first down. That's to the sideline and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39.
A gain of 21 yards.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 22 yards there, a first down. And now they're in the hurry up.
A gain of 22 yards. And an Eagle first down.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now here's a throw that's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score Giants 27, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
75 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
Second down and a yard.
Why shift to crude? Why shift to...
They'll go to Barkley again. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
Here's a give to Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.